Hey guys, welcome back to Going Gonzo. Today's video is about how to make a 100% keto pizza. My wife and I made this the other night, so I decided to give you a step-by-step instruction on how you can make your own. Okay, let's start right now. Alright, the first thing you're going to need is the ingredients, and that's going to be the 2 heads of cauliflower, the mozzarella, a little bit of garlic, and some pepperoni, and of course Rayo's spaghetti sauce. Go ahead and chop up the cauliflower into florets and put them in a mixing bowl. Also, you want to get some garlic and get it all ready so that you could squeeze some garlic into it once you get it into the pot and boiling. Alright, now once I have it in the mixing bowl, I'm going to go ahead and transfer them both. Now see, what I'm making here is a double order. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in the mixer. I use a Ninja mixer here. And while I'm doing that, I get a big pot on the stove with about 1 inch of water in there, and I get it to boil. So while that's boiling, I'm going to go ahead and start the cauliflower to get all chopped up. And it's going to get into small little bitty pieces. And it's fine, just like that. Okay? And if it takes a couple of times to mix it all up, sometimes there's big chunks, but don't worry. Just go ahead and move them around, shift it around, and just keep doing it. And that's my dog, Ollie, in the back. All right. While I did that, I melted some butter and put in some Italian seasoning, some oregano, some basil, and one of my wife's Pampered Chef stuff. You could season it any way you want. Also, I went ahead and got a strainer ready, and I stuck that over the sink, because once this is all done boiling in the pot, you're going to want to do that. Now, I go ahead and I put the cauliflower into the pot, and I let that, once the water's boiling, and I let that sit for about 4 or 5 minutes and keep heating up. And then I stir it occasionally just to make sure that it's nice. All right? Go ahead and dump that into the strainer and allow that to strain and to cool off just a little bit, because you're going to want to make sure that it's a little cooler, because you're going to have to deal with it in just a second. Now, I went ahead and laid out a towel. Notice it says, "Don't go baking my heart." But anyway, it's like a little dish towel linen, and I flopped that on there, and I'm going to try to squeeze every drop that I can out of this. So I'm going to wrap it up, put it in a couple of towels, and then I'm going to just start wringing it and wringing it and wringing it. Okay? But make sure you get the towels nice and folded over like I have here, and they're going to absorb a lot of the water, and most of the cauliflower is going to stay in there. I did mine this way once, and I did it another way too, and I'll show you that later. All right, this one, now you start to twist it like you're wringing it out, and just it's going to take a little extra workout here. So if you didn't get your workout in already, you're going to get it in now. So you're just going to keep squeezing that thing over and over and over and over again until you can't get any more water out of it. Okay? I inspected it like I did here, and it was still had a little bit too much water. So I tried to do it a different way. I put it in another towel and went ahead and started twisting it like a ball, I guess it was. So I twisted that up and squeezed it out dry. Okay? Then I laid it out. Now, I take 2 eggs and in a small bowl, and then I whisk them up like I did here. And I'm going to add those back into the mixing bowl with the cauliflower. I'm also going to add a little bit of cheese. This is about a cup of cheese. And I'm going to go ahead and put that into the mixing bowl with the 2 eggs and the 2 heads of cauliflower. Okay, now you're going to take all your ingredients, your 2 heads of cauliflower all cooked up. You're going to take your garlic mix that you had in that cauliflower. You're going to have your cheese and your 2 eggs. You're going to go ahead and turn that into some sort of doughy feeling kind of mixture, and you're going to get that ready. Now, you're going to use either these pizza stones, or you can use regular cookie tins But you want to make sure that you use parchment paper, and make sure you don't use wax paper. It has to be the papery parchment paper. Now, I went ahead and made the 2 pizzas, but I forgot to use the parchment, even though I had it out and ready. Okay? Now, once I started putting them in the oven, I realized what I did, but I thought it would be okay because they were on pizza stones. Well, they kind of stuck to the pizza stones, so I had to really work on getting them off of there with spatula and stuff, but they still came out okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in the oven now for about 35 to 40 minutes, and I'm going to keep it around 400 degrees. Now, while I'm doing that and they're baking in there, I'm going to brush them a little bit about halfway through with that garlic and butter and or Italian seasoning mixture that I had, and it's really going to flavor up that dough even a little bit more. Okay, now once they're over, go ahead and get them out of the oven and go ahead and start putting your sauce on. Now you're going to want to do both sides of those pizzas as well with the baking. You're going to flip them over about halfway through. Okay, now once you have the sauce to your liking, and that's just totally up to you, whichever way you want to do it. But with ours, we like a little more sauce than what's normally on pizza, but it's okay. You're going to get it nice. Just get it around to the edges, just like you would on a regular pizza. And then you're going to go ahead and add your cheese and whatever meats you want to put on it. And we used real mozzarella. We used uncured pepperoni, and we actually used this uncured salami. We went ahead and put them on there, put them back in the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes, allow the cheese to melt and the pepperonis to cook up a little bit. And this was our finished product right here. And we went ahead and cut them up. Now, what we were able to get one of the pizzas was pretty good size, and we cut that one into 8s. And the other one was about a medium-sized pizza, and we cut that one into 6s. So all in all, we had dinner and lunch for the next day or two, and they turned out like you wouldn't believe. They were amazing. So I couldn't believe it just wasn't cauliflower crusted pizza. But if your mixture fails, you could always resort to this. And this is a pretty expensive version of cauliflower pizza in a box. It's not bad. I'm going to try it next week, and I'll let you know how that goes. But thanks for watching. See you next time on Going Gonzo. Bye.